Hey everyone, right, so what I'm going to tell you about is something that happened just before Christmas, and it's something that's been very fortunate. So my mother, she's 72 years old, and she'd gone for a routine ear syringe, and she was questioning about her stomach and one thing and another, and they sent her for some scans and as a result of these scans, it turns out that she had a cyst on her pancreas, which turned out to be cancerous. So she got pancreatic cancer. Now, very, 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 very fortunately, they caught this so early. She was in for surgery before Christmas and home just in time for Christmas. And she's not made a full recovery just yet because it's quite it's a big. The surgery is really intense. It's quick for your stomach, man. Do you know? But she's almost back to full capacity. She's getting out again and travelling around, and she's going to the shops. She's 72 years old. That's amazing. That's amazing. And if you've seen any of the seminars or the workshops that I run, I have been known to mention that my mom is an amazing mom, but she is one of those people that feeds on negativity. She thrives on it, and I don't mean that in a nasty way, but she just, she just loves the negative news. And one of the things that I said to her all the way through this journey was, you got to stay focused, stay positive, stay looking at all the things that can go right, not the things that can go wrong. So she started going out walking, getting herself primed for this, walking up the hills, walking upstairs rather than taking, like a lift or an escalator, and really kind of push herself out. And I think that the moral of this story really is that why do we wait, or why would you wait until something becomes why would you wait until something becomes a major illness or issue before you take action and do something about it? And I'm not saying that's the case in this situation here, although maybe to a degree I am. She was smoking, never a really heavy smoker, but she was a smoker, and she'd gone onto the vapes, vaping it, still had the occasional cigarette each day, but transitioned over to the vapes, but now completely stopped. It's not vaping, not smoking, and getting more exercise. As a result, feels better. She's always suffered, or for a long time suffered, with sciatica. So far, touch wood, it's not been an issue. It's not something that she's worried about, and it just shows you how powerful we are. This mind that we have, this power source that we've got, that we're not even scraping close to its potential. How powerful, how amazing it is when we've got a purpose. And this comes back to something that I've been reading into, and it's something that I've always been aware of, but just not in this term. And it's a Japanese cultural experience called Ikigai. And what it is it's all about finding your true purpose. It's amazing. Do some research on it. It is really remarkable. And what they found, there's a book as well. I forget who the author is, but it talks about in Okinawa, they've got more centurions there than anywhere else in the world. More people there live well into the hundreds than anywhere else in the world. And what they discovered from the research is that they found that it's having a purpose in life. Having that purpose is what gave them the drive to keep on living, to keep on pushing. And you see this happen all the time. There's people who I see on Facebook who's, they still live in the neighbourhood that we grew up in, and they're my age, maybe a bit younger, which is 30s. I'm 38, so they may be 32, 35. I am 38, by the way. I'm not jesting. I'm 39 this year. But this is the thing: is that they're in the 30s and they've already chose to die, and they're just going to wait another 50 years before they make it official. And that's not a nice place to be. You need a purpose. My mum had a purpose. She wanted, the surgery was they told her that the surgery was risky. It was risky because of her age, because she was a smoker, or she had been a smoker for all her life, from 16 years old, I think she said. You know, so the risk of this operation was high, but she had a purpose. You know, she went out, she got fit, she stopped smoking, she got better, she went and did all this stuff because she had a purpose. When you have a purpose like that for your life, that's when things start to come together. So find your purpose. Do some research into this Ikigai. It's brilliant. You start off, Joe, with some circles, they interlink and cross. I think I posted something about this on social media probably a few weeks ago. And what the circles represent is different parts of your life. You know, what is it that someone will pay you for right now? What is it that you'll be able to get paid for? What is it that you're good at? And it looks at all these different circles. What is it that is important to you and things like this, and it helps you to create a bit of a mission and a vocation, and it helps you to really do this. I forget what the circles are called at the minute because I'm just driving, but you've got what is it that you're good at, what is it that you love, what's the world need, and what would someone pay you for right now. That's the four, and then it leads into the centre, and it creates what's your mission, you know, what's your purpose, what's your profession. Check it out, it's really good. What I might do actually, when I get around to it, I might get a template put together so you can just download it. You know, like you go to my website, there's loads of resources on there. Go to johncovey.com, it's in the navigation, it's in the footer. There's loads of resources that you can download for free, and there's life wheels, a wheel of life to help you get some real integration in all areas of your life. There is planning sheets and worksheets, and there's loads of stuff. There's a goal card. In fact, I need to update that goal card because it's last year's now, so I will update that one as well. But there's loads of resources on there. I'll create a template for the Ikigai circle and put some notes on there so you've got a bit of an idea of how to use it as well. And I'll put that on there so you can download it. Once it's done, I'll put a link to it in the comments so you can download it from this if you're watching the video. Share it, guys, pass this on if you like the stuff. I mean, I'll try and give you as much content as I can. I've kind of neglected the videos a little bit. I bashed out around 300 over the last year or so. Then I kind of took a massive drop back because I just got busy with one thing and another, and I apologise for that. So watch out, there's more coming your way. Have fun.